It's a little cold out here. Got to put on this jacket I got. Zipped up. So brisk Kentucky day out here. I figured I'd put on my 2022 jacket from LS Fest. Feels good, fits the skin. Nice, keeps you the temperature you want to be.
I think you need a new one
I
though.
know. It does feel old. What's this thing? It ain't 2023. Let's go. Raceway LS Fest 2023 in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yesterday was the start of the show on Friday. We initially planned to be here around 3 o'clock. We got about halfway here. My dually had a blowout on the inner. Something cut the sidewall down. We heard a little poof, like, what was that? Doesn't sound right. The back end started shimmying a little bit. So we slowed really far down, pulled off the side of the highway, or got off the interstate, the next exit, and we noticed that we had the right rear inner was blown out. Unhooked the trailer, jacked it up, took the inner that was blown off, just put the outer on. It's dually, you can run one wheel. We found a tire store like 20 minutes down the road that had the tires we needed, so I went ahead and just got all 4 of the rears replaced. I didn't want to risk it and have another issue coming here because we literally had 0 time to spare. Got here, pulled in 20 minutes before 6 o'clock as the last practice was starting. Got all checked in, unloaded, got the car teched, got out there in time to make 1 pass before qualifying, and I looped it. I don't know how long it's been since I looped the car, but with the track being tighter, at the end of the outer zone 2, the radius, it gets tighter and it was closer in, so I was carrying a ton of speed going into it, so my reference points were a little off on where I needed to slow down to what I needed to do, and I probably could have drove out of it coming to the inner clip, but it was just a little too tight. I didn't want to throw Tyler Berry off behind me, so I drove out, got out of the way, went back around, tried to make another quick lap, and they shut us down into qualifying. So effectively going into qualifying, I had initiation, touch and go 1 into the outer zone 2, and you know, that was it going in. So the game plan we had was just do a nice clean run, keep it safe, get in the show. There's 40-some cars. We need to be in top 32, and then second run to hammer down. I ended up feeling comfortable in the burnout box. Car was reacting what I needed to initiate it in, and it felt comfortable right out the gate. So I felt like my first qualifying run was really smooth and got a good score already. Second one, I stepped up a little bit, got close to the wall in outer 1, and outer 2, I thought I was going to overshoot just a touch. The tires were almost shot, but we didn't. We stayed right in the zone. It was right where we needed to be at the very end of it, just barely, almost kissing the cones. And we laid down a great score for no practice laps, essentially 89.6, and it's putting us in 3rd place. It's ready to get after it. Day 2 LS Fest. Let's freaking go. Good.
him to.
Hey, look, sometimes you gotta brush them off every once in a while.
You've been to his house. You've seen all the storage containers. We got a couple of them buried underground.
Who's your contact?
Me, dude. Don't contact me at all, but I contact myself. I'm a hoarder when it comes to tires. That's why we still have these. We probably have the biggest lot of Achilles left ever in the world right now. They had like 20. We're out here at LS Fest. Haltech Nick as he goes by on the gram, but Nick's looking at our tune and our Nexus R3 ECU. I had a couple spots that I was wanting to be cleaned up. I could feel the more and more I drive this car with the ECU, I can fine tune myself as a driver throughout the RPM range zone, what I feel and what I don't feel. And that's the coolest part about we're being able to fine tune everything in the computer. He knows way more about it than I do. That's why this is the man on the computer. He's here at trackside support today and helping me out. Super cool of Haltech to be out here and helping their drivers. And you can't beat that. If we're at the track and have a little hiccup, these guys are on top of it and taking care of it. So shout out to Haltech. Thanks guys for being out here, and especially thanks to Nick for making me run a little better, helping us get in that third place position last night and taking home that win later on this evening.
Guys, give it up for Ethan Parnell. Oh.
Can we jump?
You gonna break stuff?
I got time to heal. It comes over, baby. Man, look, we'll have our own podium, all right? And your first place finisher for the 2023 LS Fest Drift Challenge, Jonathan Nairn. Me? Woo! Yeah! So the podium ceremony got canceled. The finals with me versus Ethan Parnell on the very last run. He ended up going into the wall, so I led first because I qualified higher. And then on his lead run, once he came back around, I had a pretty good lead run. And being the finals, you gotta be aggressive, you gotta lay it out on the table. So he's been deep in that zone the whole weekend and been super consistent. So the only difference was that what I didn't know as a chase driver, I couldn't remember how quickly he jumped back on throttle after the initiation. So luckily I gave him a little bit of room. I watched him tap the wall, he got back in, so that's when I went to surge forward. I'm like, all right, he's got it under control, let's go. Next, I seen him tap it again, and the front end started coming around into the wall, and that's what got me nervous. I'm like, here we go, this might be a bad wreck. I jumped down the brakes as hard as I could. After I got the car front end rotated around, I clutch kicked a couple times, try to drive away from him, and as I see my back end come around, he's going into the wall hard, bouncing around. I just clutch kick, and trying to pull out of there. And luckily, we saved my car. I didn't hit him, causing a secondary collision from his hitting the wall. And so thank goodness for all that. But yeah, nerve-wracking freaking battles all the way down from 16 to the finals. Top 16, we've seen my man Scotty D in the Mustang. He's on a big old 295 tire and spraying some nitrous, and he's a great driver. You know, we really, I feel like that was one of the closest battles all night between my lead versus his lead, chase versus chase. I think might could have went one more time. We didn't review all the footage, but I think that could potentially win one more time. And I think we got the win there because from there on out, we were rocking and rolling. The grade 8, top 8, we've seen Tyler Berry again. 2 years in a row, we've seen Tyler in the grade 8. And same deal as last year. Luckily, we took the win. He was a lot closer this year to us, and it was a lot better battle. I think last year he broke his diff early in practice, so he is on the wrong gear ratio. But yeah, we had a run tonight. We took the win there. The biggest concern I had all night was Luke Fink. The guy's just an animal behind the wheel. He makes 400 horsepower Corvette look like he's got 800 horsepower on it. He was on everybody's door all night. Inches from him, consistent, and he was a really aggressive driver and looked really good. So, if you're gonna push to the limits and go for it, that was the guy I was doing it against. So that was the most aggressive chase and the hardest I've had to drive in the last 2 years. Here at LS Fest was versus him, because if I did, I knew he was gonna get the win. So we really pushed the limits going against Luke Fink. Congratulations on his 3rd place finish. He just couldn't keep up the car. We had more horsepower, more tire, but he cut the track in the right areas to make it a really good show. So again, congratulations to Luke, and then congratulations to Ethan Parnell in his 2nd place finish. Got the win, 2023 repeat. Now we need to do a 3-peat. I was actually talking to Nick Swan earlier. I was like, has anybody ever won 2? And he said, thanks Rapper Dan, maybe Taylor Hull. So all that means we got to come back in 2024 and win this puppy 3 years in a row. Let's go, baby. We're going to pack up. Woo! Another win. Let's go.